Good afternoon, friends. So here we are with a fourth edition of burning down the house. Well, I am learning some stuff here, that's for sure. So the adjusters have been out and that process seems to be going really well. But because it has been turned over to large loss because of the amount of damage that was done, the insurance company has to come out and do a cause and origin. So where did it start? How did it start? That type of thing, just to make sure that I didn't do it on purpose, which it never crossed my mind that they would have to do that, but I understand now where they're at. So right here, just about right there, that's where the fryer was. The fire, like we said, it shot right up the side of the house, which I was stunned at how fast it went from there up to that attic. And then when it got to the peak of that roof, it just worked its way right into the attic. It was, I'm telling you, it is not a slow process. So if you've never been in a fire, you don't have a whole lot of time to react. It can get crazy fast. I don't know what would have happened if it had got into like the chainsaw gasoline and gasoline for the lawnmowers and different things like that. So if you have not made contingency plans for a fire, it would behoove you to consider that. Maybe don't fry on I thought I was safe out here on the patio and away from everything, but not really. The next time I fry, if I ever do, it's going to be way out there, way out there. So we're standing here at the source of the fire, and you can see the old electrical boxes burnt off there. And like I said in another video, our contractor already had the new one put up so we can get started working on this. But the origin of the fire was right here, and it burnt up right up into this area right here, and you can see it pretty much just got the siding and the back of the hardboard there is not burnt too bad. But what you can't see, well, I'll get down here, you can see the smoke went right down through those trusses, and it follows, there's drafts in there, I guess, and it just went clear across the top of our basement. And so it leaves smoke particles through all of that, so all of that's got to be cleaned. And then I've shown you in another video right here, but the fire went right up the side of the house, burnt up my brand new paint job, and it went right into the attic there. I don't think you can see it that well, but that's where that fire focused right on that point right there and went into the attic. And the firefighters were fantastic. They did pour it full of water. They put it out up there without ruining all of that attic space. But once again, the smoke went straight across the top of the house and filled that whole attic with smoke. And all of that's got to be cleaned and taken down and resealed. So probably going to involve a lot of sheetrock removal and sealing that. So I was surprised at how much damage smoke can do. When you're dealing with a house fire, you want to pay attention to the smoke damage, and I've learned a lot from the investigators on this. That stuff will permeate Tupperware, plastics. If you have food that's in plastic bags and stuff, apparently they just told us to throw it away because the smoke just goes through all kinds of stuff. And apparently with different plastics and things involved in house fires, some of it's quite noxious. So take notes of everything, catalog everything, because they need to have a record of what's going on, and the receipts. You got to keep your receipts and have those ready to turn into the adjuster as well. So far, they've just been really great and super helpful people. I've learned a ton, but dadgum, these fires are crazy. So here's the deal. What I want to talk to you about, cause and origin. Don't mess with the area around where the fire started. Just leave it alone and let them do their work with it, because that's just something they have to do. And if you get in and start messing with the fire until the adjusters and stuff have done their thing, you're just making a mess out of stuff. And so in our case, if you look back over here, I'm not going to point at this one, but you can see the burnt out propane tank out there. That's where the firemen threw it because it was red hot and it was still spewing propane. They wanted to get it away from the fire. So just leave it there so that the adjusters and the fire inspectors can get a good picture of what happened right there. The lesson for today is, If you have a large loss, you are going to have a cause and effect. Stay away from that area and don't mess with it until they've got their work done, because they need to get that done to validate your claim. Anyway, hopefully that helps. I hope you don't ever have to go through this. But if you ever do, maybe you'll know a little bit from what I've already been through. As always, hey, I want you to have a very blessed day.